Good morning. Today is February 26th. 2026. Ooh, a lot of twos, lots of 26s. Mercury's in retrograde. Station's retrograde today in the sign of Pisces. The cards that came up yesterday in yesterday's reading. I are really all about Mercury retrograde in Pisces, floating along, taking in a lot of intuition. We have a wonderful, everyone's like, Mercury retrograde. That's not the feels. This is an opportunity, especially in the sign of Pisces. Mercury is our thoughts, our logic. On the everyday was all minor arcana. So these are our everyday thoughts, our everyday communications. This is a wonderful time to now really go within. Retrograde review, right? Review. Look back at the way we communicate, the way we do things, and how that's either driving ourselves towards what we want or maybe actually, derailing us from getting to the places where we want. The only thing you can ever change is you. You can't change other things. So Mercury retrograde, especially in the sign of Pisces, examines our emotional, how we let other things derail us emotionally on a very subconscious level. So, and there are things, and typically especially in Pisces, things in the past that are really under the water. What are those things under the water? Not getting ourselves involved in the emotional quagmires of other people, kind of seeing how they trigger us. This is all that time to kind of take a step back, get quiet, and really review how we react and start to work on ways in which we can respond. What's wonderful about Pisces season, we're in Pisces season, we entered that last week, is that the seeds that we plant now, that Seven of Pentacles came up a few days ago, the seeds that we plant now, in 6 months, things becoming are going to have, Virgo season is in 6 months. So those seeds we start to harvest, we'll start to really get to see, if we start doing that work now, we get to see what happens come Virgo season in late August into September. It's exciting. Because then it's becoming manifest. Virgo is an earth sign. It's to really see. You probably seeing them. You might even be already kind of seeing the germination of some things, which is wonderful. Anyway, my name is Lisa Maxwell. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot by Barbara Moore, and the artwork is Ciro Marchetti. It's a very vibrant deck as well as the Morgan Greer deck that we used last week. Shuffling the cards to see what comes up. Forgiving ourselves from past mistakes. I posted something like your old wisdom is fine. It's old wisdom. Don't bludgeon yourself with your old wisdom. You were doing the best you could at the time, and now you just recognize it's time to do new things. And though when we start new things, it can feel clunky and elegant. We're like, why are we starting over? Again, it just doesn't matter. If you're on this planet, there's lots to learn still. Not a bad thing. Let's enjoy the ride. That's one of the things I like about this deck is it has kind of a circus theme. Kind of a circusy thing going on with it. Yeah, so we have a couple of cards coming out. What do we have here? I'll take them like this. Oh gosh, everything is upside down. I had the deck upside down in my hand the whole time. Oh, the devil. So yeah, everything is in reverse. Welcome to Mercury retrograde. So we had the Hermit in reverse, the King of Wands, the Death card has come up again. The things that we're holding on to. All of this stuff, I didn't even look. I just picked the card, the whole thing. Like I said, you'll see, I do not read I don't jumble my decks. I always straighten the cards and typically have them upright in my hands. I had them upside down. So welcome to Mercury retrograde. So everything is going. Reverse cards don't necessarily mean always the negative aspect of things. To me, I just think that I really feel that they mean an emphasis, more of an emphasis on the themes that the cards are offering. So the Hermit card, meditation, we've been talking about that. We finding different ways to cope, and the ways that we look at the responses and the interactions that we have requires that look within, and to let these ego things die. Things have fallen away. The old way of doing things have fallen away. Major Arcana card. 2 major arcana, the Hermit and the Death card. So the Hermit card is here. This is that meditation. This is that going within. This is cultivating your own light and following your own wisdom, starting to and to understand that your own wisdom actually is fine. It is good wisdom. I mean, not to the point where we take this to the point where we're isolating. This can be in reverse, a card of isolation where we don't go out and we don't interact with anybody. We just rely solely on our own wisdom, which is never a good idea. However, when we take in information, the kinds of things that we take in, the advice or the ways we talk with people always needs to be, our own wisdom needs to be just of equal measure, of equal importance, to understand what we like and what we don't like, what we go for and how we go for it. And what we do, what our passions are. King of Wands is the middle card of the deck. He's also up in the reverse. So this is all about, and my daughter shared something with me about a dead hawk that she found and some things like that. So, hawk energy comes up here in this King of Wands reversed. The old ways of the way we used to go after things is gone, not in this kind of predatory fashion. That Page of Cups came up as an alligator the other day. Remember that? Using a more discerning, developing, this is the time to develop these tools to have a more discerning, more considered approach to the way we go for things. This is a card of great action, but in the reverse, everything is kind of like, well, this is have a great 3 weeks. Enjoy this Mercury retrograde. I'm going to look more closely at the degrees that the retrograde is occurring. I need to dive into that a little more today, and I'll maybe discuss that in a separate video, or at least tomorrow. But yeah, things are, and the Death card. Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac. So, these are the ego things. These are the things that we've identified very strongly with. And, the Devil card is at the bottom of the deck. Also, everything is in reverse. Everything is being up for review. And so let these things die. Let these things, at minimum, become more right-sized. Our ego isn't a bad thing. The King of Wands can be an egoic card in its negative usage, but when the things that drive us, the things that we go for, why do you want these things? The Devil card in reverse. What's filler for you? And at the bottom of the deck, what's filler? What's not really fulfilling you anymore, and you're just hanging on to because it's actually, and it's now getting in your way. Like I said, what are the things that are getting in our way from having the productive lives that we want, the successful life that you want is probably right in front of you. The things that you love, the things that you everything that really gets you going is probably right in front of you. But what's getting in your way of seeing that? What's getting in your way of seeing that? Let's start to use this Mercury retrograde through the end of March, I think maybe March 26th, in order to start to understand more about ourselves, doing it in a way, again, that's not in this egoic driving, I've got to get rid of this fashion. Let's have some humility about it. Let's, be humble, allow these things to honor them. And then let them go. Let's learn a gracious way of letting them go, letting them die. Because they served us, but now they're not serving us anymore. So I'm going to leave it at that. Enjoy the reading. If you have any questions, direct message me. If you want your own private reading, please let me know. I'm happy to work something out with you. Like, share, subscribe, send this to somebody who needs it. And remember that this reading is, I'm recording it today, but whenever you pick it up or hear it, it's meant for you. Take what you like, leave the rest. Have a great day.